Consideration. I was thinking about it. We was like, if we was more considerate, if we was a bit more considerate about our well-being, if we was a bit more considerate about like our credibility, being consideration, being considerate of others even. I think it's like we very rarely consider things. I think we're just doers. I think we're just doers and movers. Like a herd of sheep even. Because too many other things we do, too many other ways we think, and too many other ways we involve ourselves into things, we can't be considerate. We can't consider. Because if we ever consider the things that we do and consider the examples that we set upon our kids, upon society, look at the example that we set among ourselves. I mean, like as a people, even though I'm even gonna go as deep and say that we do a lot of things that like discredit us, so we can't consider. We can't consider things before we do them. And when I say consider, I mean like think about things. Think about the outcome of this decision I'm about to make. Think about the outcomes I've already like resulted in so many times because of the decisions that I continue to make. We never consider. We can't think. Because if we took the time to think and look at what's really going on and what we're really like, how we really like, I'm going to use the word defamation. We like defaming our own selves. It's sad to say, we're defaming our own selves. And like, if we ever took the time to consider how we're doing it, I believe we'll probably change. I believe you'll have to change if you ever took the time to consider and be considerate. And even be considerate. Even be considerate of yourself. Even be considerate of your own credibility as a person, as a human being. If you take the time to look at how we look at it as a whole to society, the African American race, look how the African American race look like as a whole to society, to the American society. And it's because we haven't took the time to like make ourselves credible, build no type of strength for ourselves, no type of structure for ourselves, no type of foundation. And it's like because we don't consider our actions, we don't consider our thoughts. We don't consider the results that might come about because of the decisions we're about to make. And that's harmful. That's the most harmfulest thing. Because being considerate of yourself first. Being considerate of even God. Even being considerate of God, even if that helps. And I know some people don't want to hear that word, but that's a for real word. You gotta be considerate of God at all times. And then be considerate of yourself. You'll be allowed to be considerate of yourself. And be considerate of others. You'll make better decisions. You'll make better decisions when you learn to be considerate and you learn to consider things. Consider what's going on with yourself in reality. Not what everybody's saying, but what you know in your heart, and look at society. Base yourself upon like real life standards. Consider that sometimes. Consider that.